Come on. Okay, there. Oh, hi, you joined faster than I expected. Yeah, I'm just picking up where I left off. Yeah, I know this won't be a longer stream, but yeah, I just wanted to see how far I could get. JQ and his forces left the banquet hall to assess the situation, only leaving me and the sinners there. Bit bored? Well, sorry to hear that. Yeah, that probably also didn't help. Our only remaining task is to retrieve the golden bough that we are owed. That much is a given. Retrieving it is our mission here. Retrieve it and our mission here is done. We only need to wait for the LCA for extraction. None of you know, let alone understand what a war of the winds is like. To rush out into these unknown water is nothing short of impuracy. We must not entertain this idea. Alas, if our meager strength may be suffered to prevent this war and save the lives of many innocents, then I wish to do as that man has said. No, it is in our best interest that we do not get involved. Also, a studio thing there, right? Did I? Okay. Don Quixote, I will say to you plainly, as I trust that you have regained some sense as to how this world works. War is not just an incident or a quest to be resolved. Your sense of justice might shine like a beacon in these times of unrest, but war will crush and grind it into dirt, indiscriminately as it does any life caught under its boot heel. Lady Otis, I have also lived through my share of wars. Even still, JQ's path is that of justice. Thus, he shall have my support. How are you still so? To fight for the pursuance of justice deserves not thy scorn nor ridicule. 'Tis no short-sighted triumph, but 'tis mine adherence to and pursuance of a certain responsibility of those who can. Otis, I've had my share of the war, So hopefully you'll let me put my two arms in. Battles and wars aren't the same thing either. You can't seem to crush. You can't see the crushing waves of internal emotions in battle when you're looking at it as a great flow of war. But all that built up heat is what becomes a flow, not the other way around. It never is. JQ wished to convey to us that the levees are beginning to crack, that the benches must be filled forthwith from their rupture. While the words you speak may contain contrast one another, the interpretation that the interest that pushed the both of you to speak is shared, that the war must flag beyond what has already occurred. It is. Yeah, exactly. Thanks for summing it up, Easy Sang. Well, this assessment would have been correct had the discussion continued concerned our present, our participation been about a war that has already progressed beyond a certain degree. Hey, Bird, you better be doing school stuff. Or not be, I mean. However, accepting JQ's suggestion and preventing the war from expanding beyond localized skirmishes could be greatly beneficial. Could greatly benefit than avoiding it altogether. Yeah, this could also give them the opportunity to destroy and uproot all the inequality of Hongyiwon. Well, I don't know if that's what Honglu wants though. But even if Jae-kyun and his people are strong, there's just too many of them. We don't really have a chance against all of them. If I'm being honest, we simply can't know. We don't have the time to meticulously analyze every factor of this situation. Manager of ours, if I may, Yuseng carefully began as the sinner's opinions began to clash and fester. As you must have observed, the sinners failed to find a common ground. However, though narrow my vision may be, it appears to me that there is not a single sinner whose insight is born solely from their emotions. There is sound reason behind every suggestion that has heretofore been presented. Thus, it is difficult to gauge the validity of each of them. This must not be an easy decision for you. Thus, Yuseng paused, taking his time to carefully select his next words. Then, after a subtle nod, he continued. Dante, perhaps this judgment belongs to Honglu. Perhaps I speak at risk of not knowing my own standings. However, should we allow this opportunity to slip away, Honglu may never leave that smile of his behind. You must see it as well, that Honglu's smile is but a different shape of sorrow for those who have no tears left to shed. What Yiseng was trying to tell me was as clear as day, so what I must do must concern as the manager. Isn't a discussion of wars or battles. It's not pragmaty or minorities of pros and cons. A manager has to support their team. Faust, once again, I have nothing to offer but objective information suggesting strictly for the company's for the corporeal perspective. Dante, given your position as the manager of the LCB team, it is recommended that you continue to follow the plan laid out by the LCCB. Retrieve the golden bowl and quickly arrange a safe extraction for you and your team without unnecessarily involving your team in a high-risk operation. However, Faust continues slowly. But if you believe that you possess enough presence to endure all that it entails, if you believe that your role is to lead them and us to the right path, then I will follow your lead. Thank you. Now the answer must come from Honglu's own mouth. Looks like things are really going to get out of control. Yeah, she really is. Sorry, Dante. Hey, earlier, during your dialogue with JQ, the concern you arrived at didn't come out of nowhere. There must have been something that brought you there. In that long conversation, Honglu was finally able to give an answer of his own. And the biggest reason he could was, at first, I didn't think that I would be able to give a real answer to Brother Q's question. But suddenly, like a thick fog clearing, something emerged from the haze of forgotten memories past. What I gave as an answer was that something I realized what it was only after it had left my mouth. That word would have been burrowed deep within me for a long, long time. Kindness. Because I wanted to believe that kindness was enough, that it could truly bring change to Hong-Yuan. Is this not about us? It's about you and Hong-Yuan's future? So I think I'll leave the decision up to you. Honglu was never the type to clearly state his beliefs. He usually did as he asked without question, without even the smallest complaint. He did not speak of pain when he suffered, nor did he cry for us from agony. His eyes remained unshaded, even as he witnessed the countless deaths and injustice committed before him. The eye that lets everything float away. The accepting eye of someone who has resigned himself to the reality that everything that exists has an end. I wait patiently for him to speak. Dante, I. Honglu, who always quickly answered, accepted whatever life threw at him. I want to go to the Tangqi temple, where Zichun and the elders, where Zairi is. Zairi. I think Zichun might be in danger. Danger, as in her life might be at risk? No, I think her life might be the only thing that's not in danger. Thinking back to what Brother Q told me, I'm afraid that I might lose the Zichun I know forever. For the first time, he speaks of the path he wished to walk. Honglu's jade eye gazes beyond the walls of Dongyuan. Like Brother Q said, at this moment, I'm the only one who can freely open the gates of the Tonghui Temple.
시춘이가 가주가 되는 걸 옆에서 지켜보고 싶어요.
I want to be there to watch
혹시라도
Sichun
위험한
become the
일이
hierarch,
일어난다면
so that if
막을 수
something
있도록
dangerous were to happen, I can put a stop to it. Okay. Sounds like a plan. I had a feeling that this would be your decision, Executive Manager. Our judgments are sharpened by our upbringing and environments. So for you, Executive Manager, there's only the time to spend with the rest of us to reflect on it. It is understandable how you could come to this conclusion. I keep disappointing you, don't I? You haven't. Not yet. Otis replied snarkily. Well, it ain't much our style, just to sawed off after picking up the golden bough, ain't it? Yeah, you're right. Ishmael agrees with Heathcliff for the first time since forever. Well, I know. Oh, I must have come across as harsh or sappy earlier. But hey, there weren't any hard feelings, Otis. Has it really been since... Okay, no. I think it's just she's getting more dialogue. And has it really been since Canto 6? Because I don't think she had much dialogue then. If anything, I'd think it would be since Canto 9. Not 9, since Canto 7. You know, after she's seen the fucking water. Yeah, I just think it's more that Otis is more talkative than she was before. Because typically there are certain sinners that talk the most during any canto. Those being Heathcliff, Sinclair, Gregor, Rhodia. I think those are the ones that primarily talk the most, and also whichever sinner the canto is about. Well, most of the sinners just don't really say anything, like Faust. And Otis, early on, didn't really speak a lot. But more recently that's been changing, and I think that's because Kim Ji-hoon realized he can do a lot of foreshadowing with Otis, kind of more than he can with any other sinner, just because the Odyssey is potentially the most popular out of all of the books that are being drawn for inspiration for Limbus Company, with the potential exception of Dante's Inferno. And I think he realized that, yeah, they can do a lot of foreshadowing for Otis. And I think they might already have what they want to do with Otis planned out. And they might have had that be and that might be the case for a while. Hence why... she's been talking more, because they want to give more... They want to like build intrigue or suspense for her canto. Oh, I was gonna say The Stranger would be the next most popular, and then No, wait, no. Moby Dick might actually be the most popular out of... actually just be the most popular story, because that's a book that, like, you know, you get fucking forced to read in, like... Okay. It would either be Moby Dick, The Odyssey, or Dante's Inferno. And then, The Stranger follows up all of those. And then I'd say Wuthering Heights.
아주 헛소리였으면
I would have
무릎을
kicked you in the
걷어쳤을
had I considered your entire speech to be a senseless drizzle. I don't think Otis has ever made this expression before. Well, I don't even... No, okay. I think it's just more that Moby Dick's most popular, more popular in the West, or at the very least, very prevalent here. At least when, you know, you're going through school and shit. That and the name has the word dick in it, so haha, being immature children, you find it funny. Otis and Gregor, whose statements were always dramatically opposed, had never stopped shooting bitter remarks at each other. We've all grown more familiar with each other. Perfect. Then let's do this. And in that strange air, we found our purpose. I will send out my best blade, Zailu, in the same direction. She will not accompany you, but she will rendezvous at your destination, nevertheless. Oh, I said, the reason Moby Dick's also popular when you're, like, in school is because of the simple fact... How's the bit rate? Okay, yeah, the bit rate's good. Just looks small. Just looked a bit fucky because, you know, small on OBS. Anyway, it's also popular in school because you're young and immature, and the name has Dick in it, so, yeah. Hi, Hang Lei. Didn't you say earlier that the Heishos all became masterless or something? It is a long story. Let me say that Zailu is an exception. Hold on. What about you? At the moment, stopping the underboss and his primary officer, Lei Hang, the most pressing concern. Zhangyi and I will take to the main battlefield at the gate of Dongyuan and shelt them. See ya, A-Bird. Yes, I do not pronounce any of the names right. The plan was now in motion. There was nothing more to discuss. We both walked away to discuss our opponent's directions. My lord, I've seen that smile many times in the past. That is the smile of a hollow shell. Do you truly believe that a man such as him is capable of moving in genuine direction to the cause? Each heart has a different cause that moves them. How can one speak of the fathomless of a lake when all they have seen is the water's surface? Yeah, see ya, A-Bird. But yeah, Skell, pretty much, I just think it's more the fact that Otis is talking more, not that she's any different. And I think they're doing that because, like I said, they just want to really get people excited for Otis's canto, and the fact that Otis is probably one of the most popular centers, and probably the most popular center outside of the Project Moon community, with the potential exception of Don Quixote. There's also the chance that Otis might be Kim Ji-hoon's favorite. Heishu pack. Yep, perfect.
내 명을 들은 시비수 결집이다. 철암사로 가려면 이곳을 거쳐서 가는 게 제일 빠른 길이에요.
We have to go through here if we want to take the fastest path to Tongkui's temple. Looks like it leads underground.
아유, 빠른 길 맞아.
Oh man.
저것도 뭐야?
Are you sure this is the fastest path? The heck are they doing over there?
빠른 길이니 당연히 여기부터
Well,
먹겠지.
seems to me seems that exactly why they're here, blocking our way. Well, I never thought it was going to be easy. Looks like I was right.
그대로 몸을 돌려
Stop
왔던
right
길로
there.
돌아가길
Turn
제안하지.
around and leave now.
반대하기 그지없는
You won't
제의다.
get more
말
generosity.
말고
You won't
따르도록.
get a more generous offer than that. You'd do well to do as I say. Family hierarchy war is over. They announced the results for all to hear. I don't fucking know. It's so... So, on whose orders are you attacking us?
순진하군.
Naive
이
girl.
대관원에는
Do you not
이미
know
수많은 세력이 앞다투어
know
밀려오고
that
있다.
powerful forces are already gathering here at Hongewon? Yeah, he does.
가주가 된다고 설쳐대는
I doubt
그
that
녀석은
little
지금쯤
pipsqueak
선인들을 뵙지도 못하고
like you even
길바닥에서 피나
got to
흘리고
meet
있을 거고.
Zaire. He's probably bleeding out somewhere along the path by now.
다 등한 것끼리 손을 잡은 모양이지만
Looks like a bunch of third ranks decided to work together, huh?
고작 이런 취약한
Do you really
군세가
believe that you could
우리한테서 가주를
retake
되찾을 수
the
있다고 생각하는
hierarch
거냐?
with your puny forces? We're the ones who are committing this treason of this trinium of a treason because you just can't accept that you lost. Besides, what do you mean retake the hierarch? It's not like you ever took her from us. You can't even properly speak the name of your master. It would have been the first thing you announced if you believe your cause to be just. Your very actions are those of a thief.
우리가 왜 너희에게 명분 따위를
Why would we
알려야 하지?
need to announce for our cause for a ragtag band like yours? Destroy them all. I could not keep that voice.
단순해서 좋군 9번 수감자. 물론 좋은 성과를 갖고 돌아온다면 달고 짭짤한 걸 준비해두지.
Hi. Did you Yes, it is me. Roland Gaming. You fuck. You know what? It'll be fine. Yes, I am. I have the entire Heisho pack. I have all of the Heisho IDs and I actually enjoy playing them. Also, this is probably going to be a kind of shorter stream, but yeah.
4번
잘했다는
수감자.
칭찬은 생략하는 게 좋겠지?
Damn it. Oh, damn, I forgot to use. Oh, I already know how the Mal units work. I just don't give a shit because these are basic grunts that die really quickly.
특이성 감지 센서 청소 타입 G 확인. 요원 여러분의 활력 징후가 높아짐이 확인됩니다.
헤어내리.
도끼를 보내라. 저 해충들을 도려내라.
Fuck yeah.
묘야.
Roland mindset. Ah.
보는 맛이 나는
그래. 딱 반쯤 죽여볼. 쌍욕 향에 맞추라. 그게 대결이야.
It'd also be great if Yi Sang was able to fucking clash.
끝내지.
Yeah.
효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다. 참고로 기계는 입에 발린 말 따위 쉽게 하지 않아요.
헤어내리.
12세기 명화. 이 앞에
Come on, crit. Crit. Fuck's sakes.
끝내지.
What do you mean I'm actually literal?
매우 효과적인 청소입니다. 워프 열차 연상 시스템은 해당 행동의 약 14%의
Oh, literate. Yes. I have Mal Otis in second slot because I actually know how the fucking because I know for Answer Me Heisho Pack, it is just objectively best to have fucking Otis be the one in the second slot because of the passive that gives another rupture count on unopposed attack. And it only changes in Mirror Dungeon where you want Wei Sang to be the one that fucking goes in the second slot because of the Tremor Burst. Also, no, I'm actually dyslexic. I just understand how these fucking units work.
헤어내리.
But to be fair, I'm nerfed by dyslexia, so yes. Also, I will say, for as good as Faust is, she has a problem where she very much struggles in non-focused encounters. In focused encounters, she probably is actually just the best unit in the game. Not in them, her gimmick is really fucking nerfed.
저것들은 언젠가 다시 재생하겠지. 내가 부서.
또 한 줄 길을 남겼군. 핏물진 길일 뿐이지만 세월이 지나면 홍호는 그제야 알게 되겠지. 이
Yes,
홍호가
and it's just because, like, I play the game, like, I do dailies every day, so, like, I was bound to notice the fucking weakness with Malfaust. She's still, like, incredibly good, probably best unit in non-focused, in focus encounters, yes. In non-focus encounters, Otis is probably better just because of the fact that, she has the most rupture count of any unit because of any Ebony Stem's passive, which, not that, here, that just straight up gives more rupture count for every heads coin, making her the only completely rupture positive unit in the game.
뒷박질 시간.
단순해서 좋군 9번 수감자. 물론 좋은 성과를 갖고 돌아온다면 달고 짭짤한 걸
1, 2, 3,
준비해두지.
4. Okay, yeah.
헤어내리.
Shame now that neither of the mouths were clashing, but oh well.
이 거리는 충분해. 너한텐 조금 멀겠지만.
Yeah. I will also say, if you're struggling with bosses, Yeah, like, if you're struggling with bosses, you just straight up use, okay, yeah, no. Yes, I understand the counter clash requirement. That's why I was like, oh, damn it, when neither of the mouths were clashing. Like, I fucked around with it enough to realize, okay, if they don't clash, there's literally no point in me using the defensive skill, because they won't clash and won't get the proc for the mouse stuff.
숨통 끊기. 누구 하나 살려보내지 마.
효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다.
Also, if you're struggling with bosses and they have SP, just use syncing. Hell, like, even if you're struggling with any encounter, even if the enemy doesn't have syncing, like SP, I'd just say use syncing, because it effectively nullifies most of the game in the funniest way, because it exploits one of the weakest things, like something that was not fully or properly thought out during the development of Limbus, and that is quite literally the SP mechanic. It is very easy to exploit, especially when with like Night of Despair Rodeo, which, how the fuck did that was a 5% chance to crit. Sorry, like I was saying, having Night of Despair Rodeo be able to inflict so much fucking count and potency, it's insane. Yes, I am. I actually played Lobotomy Corporation. I haven't beaten it, and I will admit, I do dread going back to that game, but I have played it. I am actually very close to the end. It's just, you know, genuine dread when it comes to finishing that game. Also, I'm able, because funny, to just beat most of this game with not actually reading. It's just hilarious. Oh, fuck yeah, 5 of the stack. Limbus right here. High roll in the grade 9 fixer, I'm fucked. Okay, I'm pretty sure I've seen you in other streams too. Whoever your poor master is, I can tell by the way their minions behave that they have no hope of ever taking that throne. My progress? Ah, shit, sorry to hear that. But, if you still have your account, like, if you remember the login information for your account, you should still be able to retain it.
떳떳한 명분도 없이 졸렬히 행동하니 네 놈들 사기도 그 모양인 거다.
Yeah, was it not linked? You'd be surprised by how much the lack of just causing... You'd be surprised by how much the lack of just cause harms morale full.
그렇다면 너희는 무슨 자격으로 가주 자리를 지킨다는 거냐?
You're one to talk. What just cause do you have? Just how high and mighty is your... Boy, shut it and listen at least. We actually want to change something about this place. I'd say we've a more just cause than you bastards, whose only thought upon hearing that awful bell is, how can I expel my real estate this time?
오티스 씨나 히스클리프
Both of
씨는
you always
말을
speak
언제나
with
강단 있게
such
하시네요.
confidence, Otis, Heathcliff.
단순히 병사를 모으는 것은
Gathering
쉽다.
my army is the easy part.
하지만 그들을 어떻게 이끄느냐는 것에서부터 리더의 자질이 드러나는 것이다.
Okay. A leader's true quality are revealed only when the time comes to actually lead their men.
그렇군요.
I see.
전쟁을 많이
So it's your long
겪어본
experience
오티스님의
with
경험이
war that shaped your
이러한
confidence,
확신.
Otis.
저는
Because
전쟁과는
my
한참
life
거리가
couldn't
먼
be
인생을
anything
살았거든요.
further from any battlefield of war.
뒷골목에는
Or maybe
이미
I
저도
was
모르는
always
크고
surrounded
작은
by
전쟁들이
wars,
일어났을지도
both
모르죠.
large and small, in the back streets, and I was just sheltered from them.
지켜만 본 자는 할 수 있는 말이 없네요.
I've done nothing but watch from a distance, so I don't suppose I have any right to
이런
speak.
자리에서 어떤 말을 해야 할지도
I wouldn't even
모르겠고요.
know where I'd begin. This seems to be the perfect moment for Otis to brag about her experience, but she fell silent at this
그게
remark.
뭐 그렇게 어렵다고?
There ain't
그냥
anything to
욕같으면
complain
욕같다고
about,
하면
mate.
되는 거지.
She ain't illiterate, you're bull. If it's shite, it's shite. Don't think twice about it.
걔처럼
Like the lad does.
저요?
Like me? For a while, Sinclair continued to ask Heathcliff if he really was talking about him.
이 복도를 걸어가는 대부분의 날은 저 혼자였는데
I haven't even walked down this hallway. Accompanied by I haven't ever walked down this hallway accompanied by so many other people. Okay, that's a good one.
이렇게 많은 사람들이 함께
I
가는
usually
건
walk alone.
하인들을
Why
대동하지 않았어?
don't you take your servants with you?
어렸을 때는 혼자 가는 게
Sometimes I did,
무서워서
but I was
같이
scared to
데려간 적도
go
있었는데
there alone. But
크면서 점점 알게 되던
I
게
learned
있었어요.
something as I grew older.
이곳은 오로지 혼자서 걷는 것만이 제일 마음이
It's
편하다는
that
거예요.
my heart is more at ease when walking down this road alone. Why? Imagine Honglu was slowly walking down this hallway alone with a dark expression. It wasn't a pleasant sight.
철암사는 말이죠.
Tankia Temple.
저만이 자유롭게 출입할 수
I
있어요.
was the only one who
가족도
was
출입이
allowed to
가능하다곤
freely
하지만
enter and exit. The family hierarch can technically be let inside, but don't.
할머니조차도 부름이
Even
있어야지만 들어갈 수
grandmother
있었죠.
couldn't enter without their summon.
그런 거였어?
Yeah, Q wasn't
가치우 씨가
being
그냥
metaphorical.
비유삼아
그런데 왜 다들
So,
선인들이라고 부르는
Why
거야?
are we called?
진짜
So why are
신선이가
they
뭐
called
하는 거라고
Zyre?
그래?
Wait, what? Did they actually? What the fuck? They actually just fucking deleted all their messages. What the fuck? So why are they called the Zyre? Are they actually some supernatural online blokes? Or something?
네, 인고의 시간을 거치고 비로소 불로장생의 방법을 체득하여
Yes,
선인의
they
관연에
endured
오르신
the
분들이거든요.
time of suffering, opened their eyes to the secret to freedom from aging and death, and eventually achieved enlightenment, earning themselves the the excellent tree title of the Zyri.
그게 정말 가능해?
Good luck, Skelk. Also, something I need to say. If you do it on hard mode, you won't actually be able to claim all 3 of the rewards for the rental team. They made that a feature. I don't like the fact that that's a feature. Okay, that is funny. Chris. I'm just going to call you Chris, because, yeah. Oh, you can't do hard mode. Okay. But is that even possible? What happened to them? Still searching for the answer to true immortality. Mate, you're bottling up again. And that makes me nervous. What the hell are we walking into? At least this place feels more tranquil than the world outside. It's quiet and smells nice too. I could almost forget that there's a war about to break out beyond the palace. We're lucky. So many people know the actual path to reach the Tongria temple. But at least there's less chance of us running into any outside forces here. Can we not with the foreshadowing? Also, yeah, I'm going to have to, like, go soon because I need to, like, go somewhere.
핏물진 길일 뿐이지만 세월이 지나면 홍호는 그제야 알게 되겠지.
I'm trying to remember how many nodes there are.
무엇을 바꾸었는지를.
Oh yeah, Skelk is a friend of mine, so that's probably why they're here. If I remember... Yep, no, wait, no, this is someone else. I thought this was the thumb for a second. Oh, fuck. Also, this is my sinking team. I've been trying to figure out who to sub out, like... for 6 people encounter who I should sub out for Don Quixote, given the fact they're so strong. This is the Poise team, needs leveling. This is the Bleed team, really good. Yes, I do not have those up tiers for. I've been leveling my Burn team in preparation for, you know, Ryoshu's Canto. This is the Tremor team. I do not play Tremor because outside of MD, it feels... It's not fun to play outside. And this is my Blade Lineage team. Oh yeah, this is the Charge team. I actually normally run this Don Quixote. It's just I just had the other Don subbed in. Ryoshu? I already have Ryoshu on my Bleed team. Anyways. Unfortunately, it was indeed a foreshadowing. It didn't take long before another faction appeared before us. Stop. Who is your master? What are you doing here?
가야 할 곳이 있으니까.
Because we have a place to be.
여러분들은 왜
What are
이런
you
곳을
doing here? You're working for JQ, aren't you? Trying to visit the Reverend Zari. You're trying to speed up the hierarch ascension ritual, aren't you?
나가 사는 척 떠보려면 모를 줄 알았나. 애송이가.
Nice try. Ask the right questions. We'll just tell you all. And we're just tell you all about our plans, won't we, Greenhorn?
장소를 찾지 못해. 같은
I know you're all lost. You've probably been going in circles for hours by now. Yeah, this place is immeasurably large. Just point us in the right direction and go back the way you came. I won't give chase. Give up on your ridiculous ideal of ushering in that hopeless, inequipped girl as a family hierarch. We already heard that one before. Might want to get some new material. Oh, my arm. Also, by the way, I've been managing to avoid canto. Canto 9 spoilers. So yeah, that's why I'm playing this as opposed to playing like Arc Knights or something. Which I have recently started playing. But yeah, I'm going to like I'm going to be playing Limbus a lot more just until I get to the newest canto. Maybe a occasional MD run, like I did that impromptu one where I got fucking wealth. Still no fucking clue how I managed that. Yeah, no, I've been avoiding anything related to Canto now, apart from like one thing that, yeah, I only know like, I've only known one thing. New Runa lore. Okay, now I'm fucking furious.
저는 언제나 옳은 말만 한답니다.
But yeah, I'll just wait until I get to experience it live.
그래, 딱 반쯤 죽여버려. 13조 2항에 맞추려면 그게 제격이지.
Okay, next turn. Okay, sure. Also, Ryoshi's gonna have to use another counter. Oh, part of me expected it to just suddenly end.
일기당천.
I mean, normally I do, if I'm being honest, but I've been trying to, like, actually do it. Like, actually, you know, provide fucking gameplay.
정리 기여도가 있음을 판단했습니다.
효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다. 참고로 기계는 입에 발린 말 따위 쉽게 하지 않아요.
튀울 수도 없겠구나.
놀만치 노른 것 같은 게. 이제 싸게 치어불고 들어가자. 고생들이었다.
또 한 줄 길을 남겼군.
Probably because I didn't just win, right?
세월이
야음을 틈타.
단순해서 좋군 9번 수감자. 물론 좋은 성과를 갖고 돌아온다면 달고 짭짤한 걸 준비해두지.
시비수에게 물어라. 이야 무슨 말인지.
그쪽 방향이 아닐 텐데.
Also think this might be
적에게 치명상을 관리자님은
I think this might be the last
대단한 능력을
encounter I'm able to do because
제가 늘
I need to
말씀드렸죠.
go soon.
저는 언제나 옳은 말만 한답니다.
헤어내리.
Oh yeah, also the other ID you would slot in MD after Wei Song would be Don Quixote. Not because it's a good ID or anything, just because of the fact that you know, it makes Lord of Honglu have
매우 효과적인 투수입니다.
you know, fucking sinking in addition.
행동에 약 4%의 정리 기여도가 있음을 판단했습니다.
별로 어려울 거. 좋아. 이번에는 제대로 들어가.
놈이 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
That was the third coin, I think.
사들고 오는 것이 아닙니다, 단테. 이런 부수적인 효과를 기대했었죠.
불가 위야 나가지
그래. 딱 반쯤 죽여보자. 13주 이항에 맞추게. 그게 체격.
Oh damn, I forgot to check Otis's speed.
그러면 당연한 판단이겠네. 잘했다는 칭찬은 하는 게 좋겠지? 가치 없고 죽어.
놀랐어? 개체에게 일격을 가하는데 성공했습니다. 샴페인을
Yeah, no
가져오기엔
fair.
너무 이른 타이밍이긴 하겠지만
I would actually have to check at it all again.
모두의 희생을
I just
드리며
can't remember
축하를
off the
드는
top of my head.
나쁘지 않겠죠. 개의치 않고 말씀을 목을 콱 물어버리자고.
그렇게 시원하게 정정도 탕로에 허를 마시. 자리도 올라가게 하는 편이 덜 답답하겠지.
이만 찰줄
Yeah, I
알았어.
thought.
빨리 좀 하지 그랬냐?
Guess I must have been wrong.
불가 위야 막아내지 못하리.
끝내지.
도끼를 뽑아라. 저 해충들을 도려내라.
틈틈이군요.
묘여.
봐. 상승지를 취하는 건
There.
모범적인
I'd have to like
성공을 확인했습니다.
끝내지.
인사부서에
Just
해당
look at all the
요원에 대한
passives
보고를
again.
것
요구합니다.
같은 게. 이제 싸게 치어불고 들어가자. 고생들이었다.
So tell me,
너희를 부리는
who's
자의
your
이름이
master?
너하고
You too.
너
You've been in a war, haven't you? No need to deny that, I suppose.
그게 아직도 티가 나나?
You can still tell, huh?
전장을 기억하는 덕에
And I've learned many, many things in my war.
이를테면
A few hundred
이놈
ways to
같은
convince a
잡졸들이 입을 열게
grunt to
하는
talk, for
수백 가지.
example. Too
네,
bad.
그렇다면 내가
Because
입을
unlike
탐을
you,
방법은
I have
한 가지로 줄어든다.
but one way to keep my mouth shut. A man who appeared to be the leader of the soldiers stabbed himself in the chest without hesitation.
스스럼 없이 자결할
So
정도의
he'd kill
이름이라
himself without even a moment's hesitation to protect his master's name.
대단한 무게를 가진
The
인물이라는
master must be a
뜻이겠지.
formidable individual.
혹은 밝혀져서 안 되는 정보가
Or
새어나왔을 경우
it could also be
심리를
that
조작해
he was
처리하는
under the
춤을 썼을
influence
수도
of a
있겠네요.
suicide worm or amnesia worm that activates on an information trigger or to manipulate the host's psyche to take their own life. Noticing that there were a previously unseen serious look in Hong Lu's eyes, we forged onward. Next one's thumb, which hopefully shouldn't take that long. Okay, no, never mind, I'm wrong.
핏물진 길일 뿐이지만
Wait, no, maybe it is?
세월이 지나면
I don't fucking remember if I'm being honest.
뱀 중에서도 내가 제일이지.
Oh, it is the thumb. Ah, shit. That was a warning shot, sir.
조그맣게 욕한 거 다 들었다.
I heard you cuss under your breath.
저들은
There.
상급자에게 거짓말을
How disrespectful of you to talk,
예의가 없군.
to tell such a blatant-faced lie to your superior.
실례했습니다.
Apologies,
대가를 치를 수
please.
있게
I humbly beg for your
도와주실 수 있습니까?
assistance in my absolution. The only one I have seen is, Ishmael. I typically don't read the Uptie stories, although I might start doing that at some point. I don't know, though.
못할 것도 없지.
Of course,
혓바닥을 내밀어라.
present your tongue. That incohesive exchange between the pair was soon followed by the sight of a severed tongue rolling in the dirt. Ew.
엄지로군.
The thumb.
저 녀석은 혀가 없어졌으니 제가
Please allow me
말하겠습니다.
to speak, as my partner no longer has the means to do so.
관리자 단테와 그 일행 그리고
Our present
가보모님께서는
company, including
이곳을
manager
지날 수
Dante,
없습니다.
their companions, and Master J. Bayou, may not pass beyond this area. What did you just call Hong Lu?
상황이 상황이니만큼
Given the present circumstances, they're treating Hong Lu as Bayou of the J family, and not a center of the LCB.
분명 가문의 도련님이라는
It's
신분이
logical to assume that
솔다트로 보이는
the young
저자보다
master of
명백히 높은
the
위계일 테지.
present house highly ranks higher than the soldatos, who are just grunts of the thumb. Prestigious family. Well, can Hong Lu just ask him to move then?
소용없어.
They're showing us
저
respect
새끼들은
now.
말로는
Doesn't mean
조져줘도
shit.
적을
They won't let us
봐주지
through.
듣기는 들었는데
I heard stories, but I didn't think they'd actually be this fixated with ranks and high ranks. It's almost
기대할 정도로.
to the point where it's just plain weird.
언더보스께서 이곳을 지나는 사람은
To understand
전부 적으로
that the
취급하라고
underboss has
명령하셨습니다.
ordered us to treat anyone who passes this area as our
본래
enemy.
아군이었던 그렇지 않든 간에
Our orders
보이는
were
대로 처분을
to
명하십시오.
extract any individual attempts to do so, including our former allies, so I implore you to please turn around and leave this place.
돌아가 주시지 않겠습니까?
Wait, we were allies with the thumb? Or we would greatly appreciate your cooperation. Or am I just interpreting that wrong? Does this... Anyway.
그건 곤란한데요.
Sorry. We can't do that.
그렇다면
Then, I'm sorry to say,
내드릴
we have
수밖에
no
없군요.
choice but to stop you by any means.
내 행,
Lei
그놈이
must have
매복시켰고
set up this
이딴
ambush.
식으로 나올 생각이었다며.
They would prepare.
처음부터 결과에 불복할 놈들이.
They weren't going to accept any other result than what they had in mind anyway.
림버스 컴퍼니의 등급과 그 부서인 LCB의 입지를 고려하면
Taking
수학자인
into
이놈이
account
뇌회님의 이름을 감히 입에
Limbus
올리는
Company's
것만으로
standing and the
적받아
LCB's position
아니.
within their organization, you, a mere sinner, mentioning Master Lei Hang's name is a crime punishable by removal of your
아래
tongue.
턱제로 부서뜨려도
Your
모자라게
punishment will begin by crushing your lower jaw.
뭐
I
역시 솔다토 따위는 제 분수도
shouldn't
파악하지
have expressed a
못하는군.
trivial little
내
thing like a
농사가 백가닥이라도
shouldn't-
모자라다.
shouldn't have expected a trivial little thing like a soldado to know his place. You don't have enough tongues to lose for this disrespect.
이놈들에게는 원하는 답을 얻지 못할 것 같군.
If you're getting anything out of, we're not getting anything
상관의
out of them.
명령에만 죽고
These
사는
idiots will
꼴통들이.
jump off a cliff if their superior told
기스
them
씨가
to.
좋아하는 군상
But
아닌가요, 그거?
aren't they usually friendlier kind of people, Otis?
한때는 엄지의 방식을
These
전략적으로
one,
높게
there
치던 시절도
was
있었다.
once was a time when I used to think highly of their strategic decision to maintain such a rigid structured hierarchical system.
지금은
But now
그저
I know
판단이란 걸 하지 않는
that it was
머저리들이라는
never
걸
a
알고 있지.
strategy designed to all but a mindless obsessive of idiots who refuse to decide for
대가를
themselves.
치른 후에도 계속
Let's see if
그따위로
you
말할
can
수 있는지
keep
두고 보지.
babbling like that when we cut off your tongue.
단순해서 좋군 9번 수감자. 물론 좋은 성과를 갖고
well.
돌아온다면 달고 짭짤한 걸 준비해두지.
Did that motherfucker use skill 3 on turn 1? Ballsy move. Not going to work out for you though.
효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다. 참고로 기계는 입에 발린 말 따위 쉽게 하지 않아요.
좋아. 이번에는 제대로 들어가.
목을 떨궈주마.
웃기는 자식. 끝나고 나서 고래구이 파티를 열어주겠다고 하니 의욕이 좀 났나?
흑수며 빈박질 지원들이.
I bet, but also it's like, yeah, no, I just bet they're kind of fucking annoying. Also, you really got me curious about that new Runa lore. I'm not even going to lie.
비틀거리고
Also, I
있는
still
개체가
have to
보입니다.
beat Runa now that I
이전까지
think about
있었던
it.
대부분의 관리자들은 이 타이밍에서 결정적인 일격을 지시하곤 했죠.
자, 12프로게임 쪽에 잘 생각해보라고.
적에게 치명성이 있었습니다.
깔끔하게
관리자님은 당신이 생각하는 것보다 대단한 능력을 갖추고 있다고 제가 늘 말씀드렸죠. 저는 언제나 옳은 말을 한답니다.
개체들의 체력이 많이 깎여 나갔어.
I'm not even surprised.
이 기세로 계속 나아가보자.
그림자 속으로 가라앉게.
그래. 딱 반쯤 죽여보자. 길을 여는 놈이 쌍둥이 향에 맞추게. 그게 체격인가?
이것 봐. 환상치를 제압하는 건 우리만으로 충분하잖아.
퉁퉁투성네.
방금 청소를 수행한 요원께 W사 인재관리부서에서 자동 승진 추천서가 발부되었음을 안내드립니다. 자세한 내용은 서면에 적혀 있습니다.
불가
There.
불야 막아내지 못하리.
그쪽 방이 아닐 텐데.
매우 효과적인 청소입니다. 워크휠차 연산 시스템은 해당 행동의 약 14%의 정리
Damn,
비용이
Otis just won that.
숨통 끊기.
I think fatal to blunt.
전투가 수감자가 도끼를 보면 그간의 전투 경험이 도려내라.
방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해가면
길을 열어라.
좋겠는데. 엘리트 오페레이터 하나님
Huh. Wait, why was that a blunt? Weird.
이걸로 충분해. 너한테 알겠지만.
아, 놀란데. 담배 다쳐서 손댈 뻔했잖니. 이만 찰 줄 알았으면 빨리 좀 하지 그랬냐?
No, they're normal to blunt. Okay.
그래, 그렇게 시원하게 차오르는 보는 맛이 난다. 일처럼
Yeah.
빠르게 하는
있는
게
힘껏 찔러놓고
널
웃겨놨지만
That's what I was checking.
저것들은 언젠가 다시
Every skill
재생하겠지.
contains at least one coin. I know someone at Project Moon died laughing when they made that a fucking tip.
핏물진 길일 뿐이지만 세월이 지나면
Fuck. I will be able to get to Lei Hang next stream, which
이 홍무가
hopefully, I should be able to do later today. It's just I need to go do something, and if I do stream again, expect it to be later in the day. But yeah, also works out since I ran out of enkephalin. But yeah, I was actually planning on making Lei Hang his own stream and such, but yeah. I have to go, and I'm going to be leaving the building. So yeah. Also, something funny I noticed is, where the fuck is... Wait, no, it was like, why the hell did I click off of this? Here, this skill, not the skill, the story. Ishmael's not connected to this story, but yet one of the dialogue things I've seen for her actually makes reference to Middle Dawn. So, yeah, I found that interesting. Has rental? No. Yeah, one of the dialogues for this Ishmael makes reference to Middle Dawn. And they don't share a mirror world. Just one of the funny things I've seen. Yeah, they're from a different mirror world, but there's a line that references them. It's funny. Also, I'm pretty sure this was actually initially a part of the index. It's just they changed it. It was initially part of the index story, then they removed it from the index story. Also, something funny, despite all the memes about Firefist Gregor just like fighting, you know, Priest of La Mancha Land, they're not from the same mirror world. They're from different mirror worlds. So despite how funny those memes are, they're from different mirror worlds. Also, quick thing. After like just the brief look I've had at this ID, I've come to the conclusion that it is better outside of Mirror Dungeon, but when it comes to playing inside a Mirror Dungeon, you're better to have Edgar Family Heir. Just because of the fact that the coin conditional, the fucking gaining plus coin count, is more consistent on the skill 3 for this one, and this one also has Invade, which obviously best defensive skill in the game. Yeah, it is. Anyways, I've had my end of stream rambling. What do you mean that's Linton Gregor's thing? He gains coin power. It's just the conditional is a bit more, yeah, like it's not as consistent. Like you gain it once, and with Gregor, because Air Gregor Linton, you gain it more. There is no cap on it. Yeah. Anyways, I'm actually ending stream now. Bye. Have a good